Hi everyone, this is my sister Annika.
Hello.
I made her come here to help me because I give these mindfulness pottery classes and I want people to be ease when they meditate or do the silent sitting.
Yes.
She knows more about how to sit in and how to feel comfortable when you meditate. So we want to make a little video about how you sit when you meditate. And there's many different possibilities. And at UDUMBARA we do silent sitting. And I think it's most important thing is that people feel comfortable and they don't feel that it's too complicated.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
Yes. So sometimes sitting on the ground without any props can be quite difficult. So we have some props here today, so I will show you some possibilities in different positions.
Yeah.
So we could start cross-legged position. And often if you want to have the nice curves of your back, which you have already when you are standing, it's quite difficult if you are sitting without any props. So it might be a good possibility to put something under your sit bones. So here we have this nice prop, like bolster. It can be any kind of pillow that is firm. And how does it feel now?
This feels good. This is what I use every day.
Yeah, and I can see that you are now having a little bit more the natural curve of your lower back. It often happens that you sit a little bit like this if you don't have anything under your seat.
Yes.
And sometimes when you sit like this, it might be after a while some problems with your knees or with your ankles. So one nice possibility is to support a little bit your legs. I have this kind of props here. They can be either way. You can check which ankle is better. And now this leg is a little bit higher, so you can check, should this be a little bit upper? Or do you want me to turn the other way around, this one?
Oh, this is fine.
Yes.
This is better actually.
Yeah. So especially when you get older, it might be difficult for your hips to just sit without any props. And you can also check a little bit how it feels. And if
this feels really nice.
Yeah. So now I have this leg that is lower. I have the prop, the second height, and this leg which is lower where I have the first height. But we are all individuals, so you check how it feels the best. So now you are having support also from your leg. And I have another prop possibility for cross-legged sitting position. So you can bring for meditation a thick scarf or a blanket, and you can roll it. It could be even a little bit bigger than this one, but we try with this one. So now we take the blocks off and we put a blanket, and I make a half circle so it is supporting both of your ankles but also a little bit your hips. And now you can sense and feel how it feels now.
Feels really nice.
Yeah. So is there a little bit less pressure in your ankles and your hips? Yeah, that is what we are looking for.
I've never seen this before.
Oh,
this is really good.
Great. Yeah. So this was about the cross-legged position, and now we could check the position where your knees are to the front. Meditation position where you have your knees to the front. And it's okay to have knees a little bit open, but if they are very wide, it might be difficult to get the connection to your center line. So I would ask you to put the prop a little bit behind and come a little bit more to the front, and perhaps bring your knees just tiny little closer, yeah, but don't force them. So one main principle of finding a nice sitting position is that you have both the study position, the strength and the firmness of the position, but at the same time you have the comfortable, relaxed position. So it's a little bit like yin and yang.
Yes.
To find the balance, and this is a nice balance in life in general, I think, to find those two things. how does it feel with your lower back?
Feels good.
Yeah.
I like this position.
Yes. And if you have some knee problems, sometimes you might have to get yourself lifted a little bit higher, so the position of your knees might then feel better. So I put a little bit, we can try this one, a little bit height around your back of your seat, and then you check. Was it better without the height or a little bit higher?
These are both really nice. This is easier maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then sometimes you can put something like just behind your sit bones.
Yes.
And then again, your curve, the lower back curve, is perhaps getting the more natural wave, the same that you had when you are standing.
Yes.
Sometimes, if you might have some problems with your ankles, so you can turn around, and I show you one more prop. So you can have your face to that side.
Oh.
Yes. And sitting. And then I know you have quite flexible ankles, but if you don't have flexible ankles, sometimes I put a sock under your ankle, and then this sometimes helps to both ankles.
Yes.
Yeah. So if your ankle stays like this and they don't firmly go down, so then you can prop under your ankles.
That's good.
So those are the two sitting positions on the ground. And then I could show you a sitting position when
On
you
the
can
chair.
sit
Yeah, that's
nicely
really nice.
on the ground.
I usually, when I have my mindful meditation workshops,
Yeah.
because I don't have any chairs with backs,
Yes.
and this is a small studio, so I don't even want
Yeah.
to get. So we usually put chairs here, so you can lean on the
Very nice.
Finnish clay.
Yeah, clay is very earthy and grounding.
That's-
Yes.
And actually I did that today when we had the tea meditation, and it felt so good.
So you actually point one very important thing is that you ground yourself.
Yes.
So when you ground yourself and you feel relaxed, you find also the opposite force,
Yes.
which is the force up. If you are very tense and you don't find a nice position, it's hard to get grounded.
Yes.
Yeah, but the clay is very good way to get grounded. Also, sometimes sitting on the ground is not so comfortable. It's not available for you. So now I can show you a few meditation sitting positions. Of course, you can use them also in your regular life. So sitting, it would be important again to have the grounded position with your legs. And for me, this is quite nice. So my knees are a little bit lower than my hips. Sometimes you might be a small person, and if you don't feel firm with your legs, then you can put something under your legs. So again, the grounding, feeling really the ground underneath you is important. Also sitting on the chair. Here in this studio we have this nice clay behind us, so we can use it as a wall. If it's hard to find the firm position without the prop in your back, you can put the block behind you, and actually I feel more grounded and firm, supporting a little bit around the sacrum. Or the other possibility is just to use something else behind your back. And if you don't want to buy this kind of blocks, you can always use coffee packages. I think it's a great idea. My older students told me they were in the cottage doing yoga online, and they said, "Oh, I have 2 coffee packages, I can use them." And I thought it was a great practical idea. And then I want to remind you that if you come to UDUMBARA studio and you do your meditation practice, it might be a good idea to bring your coffee packages, 2 of them, or a regular kind of yoga block. You can find them in many places. Or a blanket. That is, I think, very nice. Also, if you get cold, it's nice to have something warm around you. UDUMBARA has all these pillows and mattresses available. So they are here. And then I would like to still show you one more position. Sometimes you might have been operated or you have something wrong with your joints. So there's one very nice, it's actually one of my favorite positions. Or you just feel tired and you want to do meditation, but it's upright feels too much at the moment. You might be so stressful. So I want to show you one very nice position, which is more relaxed, but you can also use the chair on that. One more possibility, if sitting upright doesn't feel okay, or you have been sitting here in UDUMBARA doing meditation for a while, sitting upright, and then you feel, oh, this is too much. There's a very nice, one of my favorite positions is that you use the chair and you can lean, you can go to the side and put your legs over the chair. This relaxes your lower back and if you want to get your hips a little bit higher, you can put the blanket under your sacrum, lower back, and find a nice relaxed position. Feel your breath. Feel the earth supporting you. And actually this is a sitting position, but the other way around. Nice also for relaxing. And one more reminder, I have been here in Eva's meditation or mindfulness and tea ceremony practices. And I want to tell you that it's very nice, don't be afraid to come here because it's very nice to prop yourself nicely, then it's much easier to do the mindfulness and the meditation.
Thank you, Annika.
Thank you, Eva.
Hey Annika, you have this Rumi coat that's really beautiful.
Yeah, actually I want to share it with you because it's very nice also for mindfulness practices, for meditation. So it's about, if you want to really search for the treasures, go inside. They are inside of yourself, not outside of yourself. Something like that. It probably was my own version, but always when you do practice with other people, there's different kind of energy involved. Then, of course, it's nice to do it online, but I think people are now really missing the connection and the heart connection. And I'm very happy that you asked me to come here. It feels nice to share this with you and also make it available to everybody. This is, I think, important for me, that it is not something that you think, oh, I can't do it. Really, this is really for everybody.
Me, silent sitting is joy.
Right.
And when you do it together.
Yeah, I have had very difficulties to sit silently, but for me, the movement before that has helped me to find the silence also inside myself. So it's one possibility is that you do something physical yourself and then find the sitting.
Also here in UDUMBARA, I want people to feel ease. So you can open your eyes and we have big window, you can watch people.
Yeah.
And when I was young, it was hard to meditate.
Yeah.
So.
And one of my teachers said that people nowadays really need their grounding, the earth connection. And one of the best ways to find the earth connection is working with clay. I don't know if I shared this with you, but it's really like, it is something that's so earthy, working with your hands, being in that moment. Because if you are not in the moment, it doesn't work out. So I am very glad that you have combined this.
Yes, and the clay we use here is wild clay. So it's from Ojala fields from Kultela. Yeah. And there's 4% of sand from the neighboring village.
Yeah.
So it's when I studied, we used industrially made clays, and now I only use this, and I just it's totally different, the touch.
Great.
Yes. Thank you, Annika.
Thank you, Eva.
Alright.
So you can.
Yksi ongelma. Louhtaan täällä. Tuotu sinne kuva.
I don't think it's
Saarella on problem.
Mulla oli kans yksi päivä just toistepäin.
Mä käyn kääntämässä
Käy,
housuja.
tulee eri kuva, joo.